Hi there, Moped Maniacs back again with another video. Today I'm going to show you how to change from a standard switch unit to a stage 6 switch unit which I have installed here. This is basically just going to be a walk around and a brief explanation of how to do the wiring, because actually doing the video with everything would just take too long. On the bottom, I don't know if you'll be able to see, of the switch unit, there is actually just a metal clip which you need to slot into place and then tighten it up with an M4, a size 4 Allen key, and that nicely tightens up, and then you have some nice small wiring that comes around into here. This does look like a bit of a mess at the moment, unfortunately, but it's the easiest and quickest way for me to do it. My biggest issue that I have with the stage 6 switch unit and stage 6 throttle unit is that the throttle unit has the starter button on it, but it is prone to being rather dodgy, unfortunately, and it's a very small button, which I can show you here. On here, and I'm going to be showing you this in another video, but on here you can see it's a very small button, and the wiring isn't exactly amazing that comes out of it, and this is brand new, untouched. So I've decided that I'm going to have the button on there as my horn, because you need it as an MOT, for an MOT, and I mean, I don't really use it that often, so I'll just have it as that. And that my horn button, which is much more reliable and much nicer to press and design and better place, because you can actually use the throttle side and be able to press it at the same time, because otherwise you have to use two hands on the one side of the bars to actually be able to start the bike and throttle if you do need to, which can get a bit difficult. So with the wiring, what I've had to do, because of my need for having the starter button to be part of the horn, is nicely with the stage 6 units, you actually get a nice little diagram that explains all of the wiring that you need to do. So the brown is the power for the horn switch, and the yellow is the ground for the horn. So what I've done is the yellow has gone into the green for the starter switch, and the brown has gone into the power for the starter switch, which has gone into this side, which goes into my standard switch unit for the second. And then the next wiring you have is purple, which is the power of the high and low switch for your lighting at the front, and green is low beam and grey is high beam. So the purple has to go into the brown, because the brown, easiest way to show you on here, is with this switch unit. So what I found is actually the brown is the power up into this switch, and the white is either high beam or low beam, and the blue and yellow is either low beam or high beam. I'm not that fussed, because it doesn't make that much of a difference to me, other than I need to make sure brown goes into the purple and that white goes into the green or grey. So I have the purple from the switch unit connected into my brown, and then I have the green going into the white, and I have the blue and yellow going into the grey. And then the last bit of wiring that you will need to do is your indicators. Orange is the main power, and black is right, and red is left. And orange is left on the indicators, which you can see obviously that would be left, is that way, and it would be on this side, which is the orange. And in here, I don't know if you're able to see it on the camera, the purples there's two power pulls on here. Is the main power for the indicators, and the blue is the right switch. So blue is going into the black, and the black is the right switch, and the orange, which is the left, is going into the red, and then you've got the purple, which is going into the orange, which is the power. It all gets a bit complicated, but when you do it, bit by bit, it's very simple. I also have the other two wires coming out of here, ready to connect up to the normal throttle, or the switch on the throttle, so that I can do my horn. And obviously I've connected already my starter ignition band. That's everything that you need to know for wiring up and installing one of the stage 6 switch units. They do look a lot better, and they are a lot thinner, so that you can actually fit a bar conversion on, fit your brakes. I need to get nicer new brakes, and fit nice new grips on without having any issues. Thank you for watching.